Hey y'all, today we're going to be planting out these raised garden beds. I got my seeds here and we're going to plant out this bed. I got sweet corn, it's the butter gold. I think I'm going to plant over here. And then I have the honey and cream corn. That's going to go over there. And then I have the Elysium. It's going to go in the front. Dill and chives and cilantro I'm going to put somewhere. The beans, it's the garden bean, Blue Lake, stringless pole bean. It's going to go up here, or right here in the middle. And then I have the sweet pepper, long pepper blend, the Grand Bell mix. Then I got carrots, the tender sweet carrots. That's going to go throughout the whole thing. The Morning Glory, I'm going to have going up the fence. And then the Dahlia, I'm going to have mixed in with the peppers. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but I want beauty in with my vegetable. It says days to emerge 5 to 10, seed depth 1 to 1.5, spacing a group of 2 seeds every 12 inches. And I'm going to put pumpkin and squash on this very back and let it trail out. I want to do this whole section right here of corn. And so I'm just going to put the first one, well, tomato will go here, or squash will go here. So let's do one right here. One right here. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm trying to do them like 6 to 8 inches apart. That's what Google said. I guess I should have looked at the back of the package. Two feet. But I'm not doing rows. If it just gets too crowded, I'll thin it out. But everyone that I watch on other channels, they always say that they don't have good luck with their corn because they space it out too far. So, I'm going to make sure that don't happen. Then I got these two and these two. The only thing I can see different is the leaves are bigger. So I don't know if that means more mature plants or different plants. So I'm going to plant them I guess about right like that. And it's got as much room back here as it wants. I mean, it's got 50 feet if it really wants it. Becky at Acre Homestead, I don't know who she is. She's just somebody I love to watch. Always says that squash is one of the plants that hate their roots being touched. So I'm not touching the roots any more than just grabbing it, and then I'll just place it the whole thing in here. Those leaves didn't look good. I also watch Epic Gardener, and he says don't pack it down, but kind of like make sure it don't have no air pockets either. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh shoot. And let's plant 10 of these. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I only grabbed 9 now. 9. Oh shoot. I don't know how I'm supposed to remember where I put those. I'm supposed to put the corn there. I mean, the carrot. So that was kind of goofy because I covered up the holes. Now I don't know where I'm going to put the carrots. But right here, between these two squash plants, I'm going to do the garden green. I was just reading the package of the back of this package, and it says soaking seeds overnight before planting will speed germination, and you're supposed to do it 1 every 4 inches. It says pick early and often to encourage production. Sow every 2 weeks until 8 weeks before fall frost. Well, I don't like really a lot of frozen green beans or fresh green beans. I just think it has a funny taste to them. But I googled it and it says the Blue Lake is the most common green bean that canned green beans use. So I'm just going to plant 2 of them. Made one here. It says 1.5 inches, so there's 1.5 inches. It says 4 inches apart. Well, that's way more than 4 inches. So let's just do one here. It's 1/2 and 1. And then I'm going to do morning glories on this back to make it go up the fence. And it says space 12 inches and 1/2 inch deep. So 1/2 inch deep, I'm just going to do 1/3 of my finger. Here's 1. I don't think it needs to sit on a stick. There's 2. There's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Let's do the peppers next. My pig loves these. One, 2, one up here, 3, 4. Then let's do 1, 2, 3 of those. Let's do 4 of these. We'll just do 1 right there. 1 right there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna smooth this out a little bit and take my finger and dig a trench. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. The seeds are itty bitty. So I'm just gonna lay them. Here's 1. It says 3 inches. 1 there. I might go every 3 inches and do 1. Now I'm going to take the sweet white alyssums and do the very edge. And these are even smaller. I wasn't gonna do my herbs. The part I almost forgot was there's a purpose for the herbs, and that's help with pest control. So I'm just gonna kind of one there, one there, one there, and one there. Let's tuck one right in front of you guys. And I got pickling cucumbers, and I love dill pickles. So I'm planting a couple dill right here. So it looks boring still. That's that bed planted out. Now for this bed. I had these lavenders in a pot that I forgot to drill drainage holes in. So I happened to just put them in there. So on this back wall, or back side I should say, is gonna be a fence. And I'm going to plant peas and cucumbers. One's a like slicing cucumber, and one's a pickling cucumber. And in the center, I'm gonna do peas. And since I want to have peas here, I want a pretty plant going at the back, and I'm gonna do sweet peas. Okay, I got my bag of seeds. My husband wants me to throw these tender, sweet, orange watermelon somewhere. He wanted, honestly, to just throw them on the ground and see what happened. I said, no, I'll find a spot for him. And unlike the last bed, I'm not gonna cover up my seeds until I get everything planted. So I know, I think I'm gonna do these Jet Set mixed color right along the edge. That way it's pretty and goes up the fence. And then I'll do the cucumbers on just this side, so like the fence will be, it'll look like the fence is sweet peas flower. It says 12 inches for spacing and a half an inch deep. I'm gonna do it a little bit closer. That way if something doesn't take, or one of my chickens plucks it, or my dog comes in the bed and steps on it. I'm gonna put one right underneath you guys. I actually think I want it right on the edge. Three. Oh, I covered that up. A half an inch deep. And these are Garden Bush Silver Hybrid cucumbers. I like cucumbers. I don't love cucumbers. So I'm only going to probably plant, thinking 2, but maybe I'll do 3. Let's do one here. So it's a 1/2 inch deep. Let's do one here. And one here. We're doing Sugar Daddy peas. And my husband loves peas. Me personally, I think they're nasty. So let's do 2 of them. 1, 2, 3. Let's do. One here. And one here. So I ended there. And we're going to start here and put the Garden Bush Pickle Hybrid. And since I've never canned or pickled anything, I'm only going to start with 3 seeds, 3 plants. And next year, if I say, oh my goodness, I love doing this, I love them, I want to do so many more, then next year I'll have more of them. One, 2, 3. Now I got 4 of the sweet, I don't remember what I told you guys, that I'm going to plant about right here. And then, oh, I just covered up a hole. Let's do one right there. And then one right there. Now we're going to add a little bit of beauty. And along this front row, I'm going to do English daisies. Oh, it only needs 3-inch spacing. These seeds are so tiny. I just dropped a couple seeds. So we might have English daisies growing outside of the bed, along with inside the bed. Honestly, I'm okay with that. Now in this middle row, we're gonna do English buttons and Snapdragon. I'm really excited about that part. I'm just gonna stagger them in the center. Okay, I got the bachelor button. And it says 1/8 of an inch deep. So I'm just going to cover up both of these. And start just randomly placing these. And barely press them in. One there. Let's do one here. One here. Now I got my snapdragon seeds. They're so tiny. It says just to barely press them in. You can't even see how many you're dropping. This bed's done. My husband thinks I'm crazy. He's like, why don't you just buy starters? I was like, I enjoy watching. I enjoy coming out here with my morning coffee and just looking. I think I'm gonna leave this bed as is, with just my tomatoes, watermelon, and jalapenos. I might come back in with nasturtiums, but I really want to talk to my husband about it first. So that's that bed done. He's going to put a piece of fence up on there too. And then this bed's done. And that bed's done. So the fencing on the back's the only thing that has to be done. And I don't think you guys want to see me pick up these bags of soil that I used. So that's my garden for this year. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And like, comment, and subscribe. Come back and see what happens to everything I planted. See if I kill absolutely everything, or if some things survive. Hopefully everything does. So, thanks for watching.